Free will. There's been much debate about who we are, and I'm not talking about us as a collective, but as individuals. What parts of us make us us? I spend a lot of my time thinking, which makes me think that my thoughts could be me. But that's not quite right. I mean, if I think about it, I spend most of my day doing things I didn't choose to be doing. Eating, opening and closing drawers, walking, sitting, twitching, blinking, disassociating. And I'm not even aware I'm doing these things, let alone choosing to do them. So if a large part of my day is spent unaware, who am I really? The thinker or the thoughtless? I think that the thinker in me has some issues to work out. I'm not very fond of their personhood. They don't have many friends. Traffic bothers them easily. They fear being wrong. They think their pants are offensive. They don't like chirping birds, especially while meditating. This person puts a lot of pressure on the world to be very aware of their presence, while the thoughtless person in me is just standing around, not really doing anything, which is fine. The thinker, on the other hand, uses manipulation, anger, self-deprecation, insecurity, and a swell of unintelligible thinking to construct a crude version of themselves and everyone else around them. It wants more and more attention. The thinker just breathes slowly, relaxes, clears their mind, and thinks of themselves. They manipulate you with the promise of connection, kind of by making these guided meditations. It's ruthless. I think people think too much of themselves. I think of my cat Kiddo, a true animal without any prior condition of being aware of itself. She spends most of her day lounging around, not really doing anything hideous, mean-spirited. It's harmless. And all Kiddo is doing is unconditionally surrendering to just being. She is the thoughtless, and no one would consider her a bad person because of it. And when I think that we should be more like a cat, that's when the thinker takes over and becomes impulsive and commanding. It speaks poorly and uses language that takes exactly what it wants from me. Ever since we've learned to articulate, we can't stop talking, building, destroying, using, hurting, criticizing. It only functions to give the thinker the validation it constantly begs for. It's the only way it knows how to build an identity, to impose, to externalize itself as an institution, an infrastructure, or a monument, or an object, or a guided meditation. And when the thinker is done, it moves on to the next subject without any other thought. It's endless. So it occurs to me, there's no power in the now, or in the past, or the future. There's only power in attention. The attention we give, the attention we get. But what good is this? Have we used this power well? What am I giving my attention to? You? Who are you? What part of me wants to give you anything? Why do I want to give you anything? Did you ask for it? Or am I just insisting? What part of me is willing to throw this all away? The Ken that thinks about you and himself, or the Ken that is staring into a public restroom toilet as if it's the beginning and the end of the universe? There's a part of me that wants to give you everything, and then another that doesn't care. I suppose the choice is all mine. Maybe my thinker should go in its little box and stay there for a while. I think that'll do us all a little good. Don't you think?